I'm Aviación Médico Adventista, Adventist Medical Aviation. This morning I'd like to take you with us as we fly out to a village called Aguarauca. After a 40-minute flight away from the savannah across the jungles, we come to the river Coroni. Along the river, on each side of the river, is the village of Aguarauca. Today we're making several trips in with medical personnel from Union College IRR International Rescue and Relief Program. The runway is short and very rough. Like a lot in this area, we'll not use the very beginning because it has humps that throw you back in the air, so we try to avoid that as we come in. We've called ahead by radio and the villagers are expecting us. They give us a warm welcome, are happy that we've come. They have many sick people there. Within a few minutes we have everybody unloaded and the luggage out. Then we're ready to start checking the plane over before we head back for the next load. On the return flight, I'll be stopping off at Aviaton, another little village, to pick up a lay worker and his wife that has been there for several weeks working. They've been waiting several days for me to stop by, be able to pick them up, take them back home. After I was on my way, they started forming a line, waiting to be treated by the doctors. One of the biggest problems in all these villages is lack of good drinking water. In a short time, everything's organized and set up, ready to start treating the patients. This village, like many others, has a lot of different skin problems. This man had cut himself badly with his machete. He was fortunate there was help there that day for him, and that I would be back soon and could fly him out to the hospital. Even though it was dry season, or supposedly it was dry season, it had rained quite a bit while I was gone. Now the grass was wet and slick. The runway was rough and short, so I would want to start at the beginning of the runway. Even though there's humps that throw you back in the air, it'd give me more room to get stopped. As soon as I was stopped, the kids started running towards the plane, quickly shut it down. They like to come see what we have brought them. They like to look in the plane and all the instruments. They like to play around the plane and feel of it while I'm on the ground getting ready to go again. In just a few minutes, we have him loaded in the plane, have his few bags in the back, and his wife beside him, ready to go to Santa Elena, the hospital. I had planned another stop on the way back, but with patient on board, we'd be flying straight back. I'd have him to Santa Elena within 45 minutes. After easing over the bumps, down to the end of the strip, we're ready to take off, head back towards Santa Elena. After spending the night in Aguarauca, they're ready to head out the next morning to another village called Aviaton.
Que se queda, que se venga. Ya.
But before they headed up the river, they'd cross over to the other side. This village lies on both sides of the river, divided up about equally between each side. They treat a few more patients before they started heading up the river. There are 400 people that live in this village of Aviaton. 140 kids in school. Yes, they do have a little school there. In the last year, made 15 emergency medical flights out of this village. 3 of them were snake bites. In this visit here to Aviaton, they were able to treat 72 people that needed help. It'd be a 3-hour trip up the river to the village of Aviaton. It is a rare thing for these villages to see a doctor. At this village of Aviaton, they were able to treat 71 patients while they were there. Just 2 days, 2 villages, 143 people treated. It is because of the plane, your prayers and support that keep it going, that we are able to get into these villages and treat people. After a long day of treating patients and spending the night there in the village with them, they were ready the next morning for the dugout to come by and pick them up and take them back down the river to the pickup point where the airplane would pick them back up. Your prayers are much appreciated, and if you'd like to send a donation to help keep the plane in the air, you can send it through Gospel Ministries International. Just mark it Norton's, Venezuela. For more information, check out Gospel Ministries' website at www.gospelministries.org. And you can email us directly. We'd love to hear from you. Nextbnn@yahoo.com.